Alright, catching up on some curse seeds here. This one is from HCN Mist. And I think they're saying that basically the let me double check. This one says, where is it? Always dying early with Luna Coven. And they had tried a few times on this run to beat it, but couldn't find a line, so we'll see. I generally feel decently comfortable with Arduhn. I actually feel like he's one of the better balanced champs in the game. He's just a little on the weak side sometimes. Life Mother's Pyre is not my favorite. I mean, it's fun, but power-wise, I actually don't think it's that powerful. And then Lance. I don't hate Lances as much as I did in Monster Train 1. You know, they made them a bit more powerful, but they still suck for sure. But with Luna, they're not going to suck. So, we'll see. Okay, so we got Dominion, Siphon Seraph, and Damage Shield. Alright. Silliphite start could work. It's tricky sometimes, but it's easier in Monster Train 2 to work with her because, you know, just the ease of... I mean, she'll be good if I can just keep her alive, and then I can have my Arduhn floor finish everything off. I'm not a huge fan of Star Trek's alright. I'm not a huge fan of Chrysalis, but we'll see. I think in a lot of cases, Frozen Lance will just be better than Chrysalis. Okay, we have... What was the starting unit again? It was Icy Silliphite. So I'm probably just going to run a Shield Steward in front of Arduhn. And Silliphite behind another Steward. Having a Sweeper, even if they're only doing a, 1 or whatever, 3 damage, I guess they do now, means it might hurt into my Slays. Sometimes it's like the tank just dies to a spell, and then there's still like some leftovers afterward to slay. But that's not going to be the case if we're running the Sweeper. But also the Incant path I just don't like. It's just a purely defensive path in a clan that has so many better defensive options. But I don't know. Let me think. I think it's... I have an option too. I could simply just not play Silliphite if I can predict that she would steal Slays from Arduhn. It is definitely my preferred path if I can to do Battleborn. I do think if the Moon Phase path were offered here, I would just take that. It'd be a pretty easy choice for me because it's iffy to me that I can get many Slays right now. I obviously think I probably would need to what am I saying? Just not play Silliphite maybe, but we'll try it. We'll try it. Well, these are good. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. So, kind of wish I took the Incant. I mean, I would probably just take this if I took the Incant path. So we're probably going to have to go Steel, almost certainly. So that's a Stygian Banner. Then we got a Magic there. That's another Stygian Banner. That's decent likelihood that we get an Incant-based unit. We could still just flex into the Incant path if it's offered again. Whereas the 3... None of these are technically guaranteed to do anything for me. But which one's more likely to be really good? I mean, if I go the Deployment Ember, that I think more pushes me toward probably wanting to hit the Merchant of Arms. I don't know. At ring 3. You know, this is Luna, which definitely one of their strengths are their equipment. And they'd be certainly pretty good. And honestly, Arduhn loves, especially the Slay version of Arduhn, loves to find void armaments, but it's a rare, so it's not super likely to find. I guess Sweeper would like Bloodthirsty Blade in a lot of cases. Very interesting choice. It's also possible. Yeah, I'm torn because it's like if I leak a lot, which I don't think I would, but then the Pyro Remains becomes even more enticing. You know, we obviously have a Pyro that doesn't do anything for us in these first few rings, but I could also argue that hitting a Merchant of Magic. It's hard because I have to speculate so early here, right? I feel like I'm playing like the first round of Sudoku here. Really just trying to think about 5 moves ahead, but 5 different iterations of moves ahead. And it's like right now my spells suck in terms of going to a Merchant of Magic and formulating a really good dupe target. They're not horrible. I mean, Starstruck technically I could work with. You know, I could make this thing double stacked, I could make it spell chained, and then dupe it and zero cost it. That's not horrible, but it's not amazing. It's probably good enough, though, and good enough is the name of the game with Arduhn. He's just kind of good enough. If you put too much good enough stuff together, though, do you end up not good enough? Should you have tried to swing for the fences a little bit more? That's a conundrum as well. But yeah, I don't know. Let's just think of scenarios where I completely brick the Merchant of Arms. That way I can convince myself away from going there. So we'll go to clan list. Equalizing Rings, bad. Let's say that's one of them. Stoic Plate Mail, bad. Let's say that's 2 of them. Glass Cannon, potentially bad. That's 3. Oh, one of them has to be a room, though, right? I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think the middle one is always guaranteed to be a room, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of bad rooms. Okay, that's making my choice more clear. I almost conned myself into hitting a Merchant of Arms again, but then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. There just always exists frequent combinations that are so bad. So we'll plan on hitting the magic, therefore we plan on taking the Founding Seal. Well, we don't plan on taking it, we take it. We take action. Mark of Invasion. Hey, that's free slays. Now the only question is, like, do I still play the Sweeper? Because it's tough to, like, massage the damage into these what are what am I trying to say? The tanks. I started off so well, but the brain is already melting. May God have mercy on my soul. I think I do this because it's Scourge Shufflers, and I'm just gonna hope that I can use Frozen Lances to, like, get them into range, but not kill them for the Arduhn slays. We also want to kill 2 of these, so we'll do that. Give you some conduit. Now, do we take 1 pyro damage, or just kill 1 of these? I think we kill 1 of these. Darn it. I mean, I could do this, and I get gold. That's probably better than one slay here. Of course, I do take 3 pyre damage to do that play. Whereas if I do this up here, I don't take any damage. We don't want to do that. Probably would not mind doing that, but it's also maybe just a little bit wasted. I mean, this is 50 gold. It's probably the play, right? We're giving up a slay. We're giving up 6 pyre health. It is what it is. I gotta be careful here. I mean, I can get a huge hit on the boss if I can get Crystal this turn, but this guy's dying. I got some issues there. I guess I also took 3 extra damage in the tank. I should have factored that in as well, but too powerful and not powerful enough. This is the conundrum, I guess. Yeah, I could put 2 of these down and hit that. So if I do that, then it's 28. Yeah, that's fine. I might as well not die here, right? Oh wait, but I need to do this. Yeah, never mind. Like I said, my brain is turning to mush here. So we'll get, well, like, just 2 hits, 1 hit? I don't know. 1 hit. Fuck. I feel like I need to get more hits in. I mean, they're fine up there. Probably should do this. Then I can at least get 2 hits. Get some damage in here. Yeah, I hope we get Crystallis when they meet me. Then I'm good. I could do this or this. Should do this, I think. Oh, that's not good. Well, we got full moon, so we could daze him at least. This guy's 4 health is irrelevant, so we'll just let that happen. Ah, but then I lose the spell weakness. And we're very likely to get Helical Crystallis this next turn, so I don't actually think we really do anything then. Oh, I'll tell you what we do. There we go. 1 less rage. I mean, it does actually potentially matter. So I guess we'll see. Alright. We'll go here and boom. Oh, maybe I should have tried to get the slay though. I honestly just was so excited to do that. Oh well, I mean, that was a good round for us. We hardly took any pyre damage. Yeah, and I got 4 slays. That's not bad. That's not bad. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright. And we got our collector. And we got the trial. What more could I ask for? Okay. Alright, this is interesting because, well, I don't want to give anything away because I'm probably going to release my commons tier list after. I mean, I already recorded it, but it'll probably come out after this video because I'm trying to make sure I do a few runs in between these tier lists just because I know some people, there's a lot of people still waiting on their Cursed Seed submissions to be ran, so I need to get through them still. And I don't want to leave them waiting too long. This already was a pretty old submission that I almost forgot about because it was sent to me kind of directly. And I have a bunch sent directly to me from people that I need to catch up on, basically, is what I'm saying. But yeah, you know, compare the tier list against this, and I might not really be following it here, which is fine. I mean, that's the criticism of tier lists in card games anyway, right? That it just doesn't actually maybe help you to make choices that much because the situation just changes a lot of the time. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's the odd man out here is for sure Bloody Moon. It has a calcified ember, and I don't know that it's better than these anyway in this situation. Gravity is if we think we're going to overstack a floor, which is really not that out of the question if we're targeting, hopefully, some sirens. But if we don't get them, the gravity's not so good for us here. It's still useful because I can like descend enemies and stuff to stall them out if I need to, but I feel like with a Silliphite and a conduit Arduhn, that's unlikely that I need to do that much, whereas like I can feed right into this whole Silliphite and conduit stacking Arduhn with a Celestial Storm. I just don't know if it's so powerful. It could honestly be too powerful in some cases, because again, I really do need to be getting slays as greedily as possible. But I am kind of leaning toward Celestial Storm here, especially because I am hitting that Merchant of Magic. And it's likely I can get that thing costed down. And then it becomes a pretty good dupe target. I can pretty much always have it be attuned since we have Arduhn starter. And it's just going to be really powerful, I think. But yeah, spoiler alert, I did not rank Celestial Radiance the highest of those in my tier list, so... Okay, this is an interesting one. Crit Builder's nice because it's attuned, but we just picked up an AoE attuned card that costs the same amount, so I'm basically banking on getting, you know, what is that card? Offering Token. Otherwise, this is not better than what I just picked up, but... Mollusk Mage could be okay. I mean, you can dualism it. I already have an okay dualism target, but it would just be extra conduit to the floor. I don't know. It's potential I just skipped this as well, because Crystallis, a third Crystallis is like just very unenticing to me. It works out if I can get the silver ink. You know, but that's just 40% of the time. And I don't know, Mollusk Mage, it comes with a Calcified Ember. Might be more open to it if it didn't have that Calcified Ember. I just feel like when we're Life Mothers, we might as well keep the deck thin because we're not going to be able to remove as much since we're spending money on dupes. So if it's not super good for me, we just skip it. We gotta go left here because I need some actual tanks. Or at least to turn a steward into a tank if I have to. Smidgestone and Quick. Quick is okay on the sweeper. Okay, I think we're taking Siren. It's not the Siren I wanted though, but we have a Founding Seal. See, this is tough because we didn't get offered any real tanks, so now I have to figure out what I'm doing there. Like, I mean, if I reroll, I could try to turn Nameless Siren into a tank, I guess. But I'm definitely taking the Siren. I don't think I'm going to buy any of these, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. This is about one of the worst shops I could see for the situation, because it's like, I would be okay putting Heartstone on one of these units, probably the Siren, but if I re-roll and I see like Large Stone, I was kind of wanting to just take Large Stone on the Siren, because it just sort of works. And then I want to still have an upgrade available to potentially get a multi-strike. I mean, I could just put the Quick on the sweeper and not worry about upgrading the Siren at the moment. That's also like fine, I think. Or just put the 20 health on. I could put 20 health and Smidgestone. I mean, there's a world where that almost makes sense. I mean, there's a world where it makes sense. If I get like a 2-pip tank like Guard of the Unnamed, Titan Sentry, or the Siren of the Sea, then making the Nameless Siren 1-pip still allows me to play Arduhn with that Siren and the tank up front. So I have the gold to do all that. I'm tempted to do it even at such a bad use of gold, but I don't hate it. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's go. We're in the good enough. Because I don't have to do dupes on this solely. I can also dupe the siren if it ends up being something that seems like it should happen. Alright, well, there goes our gold, but at least we're technically powerful. -1, see, that's a celestial storm for you. That's why I didn't have it ranked high, but I think we can get by without it this fight. We added health and stuff. It should be fine. If we're gonna spend money on those crappy upgrades, let's at least get some advantage out of it. We'll go like this, and then maybe just put another siren in between them. I don't know. I think we're still gonna put Sillified in. It also helps to not have this haste. I think this will be fine. I think. Oh man, I almost don't even want to put it here. I could put it in the back, I think. Let me think. So if I do this. This thing's already too I don't want to not incant the thing. I'm just not going to get slays here, huh? I don't know what I should have done. I just think maybe this thing is too powerful. I don't know. I could have put her in the back, I guess, but then how am I like keeping this alive? Let's see, 48. This will go down to 40. Yeah, there's just no way. I might as well keep incanting her then. Is that fucked up to do just so I can get one slay at least? I'm putting a lot of health off of her. But that's fine, right? Ooh, I don't know about that. That seems ridiculous. Just for one conduit? Maybe not. I think at this point we're just gonna not take any pyro damage, get through the fight, and you know the thing is I got 4 conduit. It's pretty good for a ring 1. It's okay if I don't get any slays here, which you know it's looking like it's gonna be the case, but I probably shouldn't take this damage anyway, so we'll just do that. And who knows, maybe I can get a slay on the boss, you never know. Break that damage shield at least. Alright. Darn. I would have been open to hitting me once here to try to get that slay, but I guess we'll just let it be. I might still get the slay. Oh, look at it. I got it. Okay. It wasn't all for naught. Pretty lucky to get the slay there. Okay. See, these are cards that did not rank high on my tier list. And it feels accurate. I'm just like, do I even want these? The Celestial Storm is going to be the star of the show. You know, I have an AoE thing. It can get powerful enough that I also just eventually won't even really need the Sillified, I don't think. It's just going to be there. Yeah, I just don't see why I would want these. Meddler, I would need to see like a Shade Guard already in hand to take it. I'm just not going to speculate on that and take a Calcified Ember. Titan's Gratitude is almost worth taking. I could probably consider it if it wasn't Calcified Ember attached. But it's just not worth it. It's still kind of awkward at the end of the day. Alright, we got 230 gold. We got Remove Consume first. That's really good. That means I can... Oh, no, it's not really good. What am I saying? I want to see the -2 Emberstone before, so it's actually horrible. That's the worst. That's the worst. Well, I can't get this down to 1 cost unless I want to add consume to it now. I guess that's fine. If it's a ×5 event, I think I want to put this to a 2. I won't 5 it, but I will dupe it at for 1, I guess. I don't know. So we'll do that, but then we'll just visit the stuff. Okay, well, we're in Skipville now. Man. There's a part of me that really wants to take the unstable shard. If the merchant arms were better, this would be more takeable, because I could have done this and at least healed back, but merchant arms are sucked. Yeah, there's just no way I'm going to lose all that. I'm not going to give up all that pyre health for a minor amount of stats. Do I even re-roll this? I don't even know, because like nothing that good for me. It's like double stack. I wouldn't even spend it on a Star Strike at this point. I can't. It's just not worth it. I might as well hold this gold, which really sucks. I can put +10 on like probably Lance. I will play these more than I play the Crystallis in a lot of cases, just for the incants. I guess I could have still taken a Siren there. Maybe I jumped the gun a little bit. Or even the thing, because we are going into Ring 3 now. Man, there's another... They kind of fixed permafrost in the test build. I won't give any specifics, but I really wish I was on the staging version of the game right now, because I would totally permafrost this Celestial Storm right now, and it would be an amazing play. You would see it, but it's just not good at right now. And then I could just start duping it even immediately. But yeah, at a 2 cost, like, just permafrost, I don't know, it's not that worth it to do right now. I may still do it though, because I'm starting to worry about my ability to get through Archeon. Like, I probably should have still just took a unit there. Probably actually should have just took another Silliphite, because a 20 health is just decent tankiness. Because I don't really want this unit to tank when they're... You know, it's one thing when you got 4 health tanks striking you, but when it's a dude that's Siphon Archeon, who very likely could kill us. I mean, the other thing I could do is I could dupe it now and permafrost one of them if I don't want both of them to be permafrosted. That seems okay as well. Just so we can get some big time damage into the boss. I think we're going to need it. I could also... I mean, I do have some ways to daze him. Maybe I should reroll here. I can likely afford whatever upgrade comes out. 100. There's only one iteration of the gold that doesn't work for me, which is 110, and you know, I'm likely to not hopefully hit that. But you know, double stack or a spell chain would be pretty good about right now on the Star Strike. I would even intrinsic it if I have to, if those ones don't show up, because you do start on full moon, so I can just daze Archeon guaranteed at the start. This actually looks like I should re-roll this. Okay. Well, it ain't what I was looking for. Maybe did get a 110, but that's okay. I'm not buying a Holy Stone anyway. I got 100 health, but I don't mind this. It does make it so I don't have to dupe the card. And that's probably a good thing. It just sucks that it's at a 2 cost. It's okay though. I got a lot of 0 costs, and we'll get more in the future. We're just gonna probably... So we got steel there. steel. Even though we're Life Mother's Pyre, I feel like generally the Empyrean Well is the most useful map event still, but I suppose if we're still at full Pyre health when we hit that, and we have Merchant of Steel upgrades, I could probably give up this Empyrean Well, which does bring us to another Merchant of Magic. And then we got the final Merchant of Magic. So only really 2 more Merchant of Magics. I think we do it. This could get us through the current fight as well. So I think we're salvaging a potentially bad situation here. And I will say, I'll be the first to admit, if I had gone the incant version of Arduhn, well, I don't know why that's so hard for me to remember. The incant version of Arduhn definitely would have been better than what I'm doing right now, especially because like we low rolled pretty hard on the banners, just not getting an actual tank. Right, there's 3 incredible tanks available in the uncommon pool with the Stygian. So I don't know what the exact odds there are, but if you think you're typically getting there's 6 uncommons, and if we're not factoring in rares, I have to basically lose 50-50 into like a 2 out of 5, right? So I don't know, because there's replacement, but I think we'll be fine as long as I don't bottom deck that card. Alright, that is not this. It's okay. This can just eat the hit there. And it does, yeah, the siphon only it works with the enemy. I got scared there for a minute. I got 100 health, so I should probably just hit this guy twice with Frozen Lances. This is not good. I would have loved for him to go here this turn, because now I'm giving him the double fucking slay, and I can't even daze I would totally daze my own unit here if I could, but we don't have that Starstruck. Guess we'll just spam some incants and not take damage, I guess. So I'll be back top next turn. Okay, I want to play this. I probably won't play it on any floor, though. I think. Let's put this here. I'm going to leave this so I can get the sleigh. I could do this, I guess, just to keep it coming in. This is a pretty big floor, so... Alright, let's do this. I will hit you twice, I think. Unless I want to keep this. It looks like I don't potentially need this. I should also just do this. Oh yeah, that's big damage. Alright, let's do that. And then I think we just do this. Yeah, might as well. So he's already down to half health. We're going to be fine. And then... you're dead no matter what. I could do this first so that I don't kill them. Does mean I still lose this unit and take 4. I could do that. Okay, I didn't mean to click that, but I guess that's where we're at. So I'll still get the sleigh here, that's good. Here, I should probably let this live if I want that sleigh. And I do. If I do this, this is actually fine. That's a perfect breakpoint, just so I can get the incant. Alright. We should just be able to get the thing back. You know, I'm not getting the sleigh here, so it doesn't even really save me. It saves me 2 health. Well, that sucked. Whatever. I do want to keep this in hold over there. I'm pretty sure this guy's still gonna die. I'm going to leave him with the melee weakness here. We'll just play this up here, I think, because I am getting the sleigh here. Want to end a new moon there, that we would go in full moon in case we bottom deck out moon ritual. I guess there was no chance of that, though. No sleigh, but whatever. I could have probably been a little smarter about that turn. Well, we didn't play it perfect, but we got through it. We're at Conduit 8. It's okay. Still not to the Mollusk Mage level, though. Ooh. You know, that's interesting. It's gotta be duality, right? I don't really care about the Calcite Ember here either. I mean, Ice and Pyre is good too, but the heal, I'm very interested in that. I feel like that heal allows us to, like, have a defense finally. Because we didn't hit on Phase Blessing, so we know we're not getting that. So it's really just, we're actually a little less confident in our defense, especially if I can't find a tank. So I'm definitely taking a duality for sure. Okay, all is well. We found a tank. Is there any reason to take Acolyte over the tank? Because this tank has double incants. It's like exactly what I need right now. But that's a sweeper. I don't actually have that much conduit. It's gotta be that. Now, I'm tempted to take Ember because this thing is a 2 cost. I definitely have most of my turns had leftover cards to be played. Plus we just added a Calcified Ember. It'd just be easier to get that out. It's Ember. If there's ever any doubt, that first boss reward, just take Ember. Alright. We don't have to go left, by the way. The Merchant of Steel is not very good for us. It just, because we already put upgrades on the Siren, and I don't have much gold anyway, and Guard of the Unnamed could use some upgrades. You know, it certainly benefits from them. And I guess Siliphyte might want a large stone or something, but Siliphyte doesn't really care to get another upgrade. I don't know that Siliphyte will be that relevant past a certain point. And then it's just Empyrean Well, which the Empyrean Well may not be that good for us because we don't want to dupe that Celestial Storm. And everything else is vanilla, pretty much, unless I want to dupe the Siren. I don't think we do. I don't think we need to. I think we're much more interested in spells. So I could just dupe. And honestly, duping a vanilla duality is not that bad of a play, for what it's worth. But I don't know. Actually, the money is over here, which makes it... Now it makes the left more enticing. I thought, for some reason, I was thinking the Pyre Health was, but... Yeah, now I'm getting pulled left again. I was about to settle for the right, but now I'm like, yeah, man, I already have full Pyre Health. I only have 150 gold, so I can only get 1 trinket at most. I mean, I could really low roll and not be able to afford any, I think. I think they go up to like 165 or 170. I don't know that exact threshold off the top of my head. All right, 1 second. Alright, so my conundrum still exists here. Okay, oh man, I'm like really afraid to touch the screen right now if you can tell how weird my mouse is. I don't think you can see my mouse right now. Okay, good. There we go. It was like, it kind of implied to me that like if I clicked anywhere on the screen it was just going to make me go right. But thankfully that didn't happen. I clicked on the Pyre. I don't know if that had any effect. Yeah, it's weird that I can click on the pyre because it doesn't do anything. I don't know why it highlights there. Kind of interesting. Because this obviously makes sense because I can click it, right? I can click the deck and something comes out, but I click this and nothing happens. So I don't know why this thing is clickable. At least from this screen. I could see reasons while you're in the train fighting if it has an ability, but maybe, maybe they at one point wanted a pyre that could actually use an ability maybe activated on the map. Maybe that's why it's like that. That's the only thing I can think of. And I'm going to feel real stupid if one of the current pyres can already do that, but I don't think any of them can. I legitimately don't know which direction to go here. I think I can go left because the Merchant of Steel is probably better than I'm giving it credit for, because if anything, even just some initial health on the Guard of the Named is okay, but there's a really high roll if there's a Dualism or a Titanite. So those are really good upgrades for that thing. So it's not guaranteed that I get something good, but there's not guaranteed I get anything good over here either. I could go to the right and it's actually pretty easy to completely brick, whereas if I go to the left, there is no complete brick because, like I said, Hell Venting a Duality vanilla is fine. That's a pretty good card. Let's do it. And there you go, Dualism. I could hold out for a Titanite. Could. I mean, granted, I can dupe over here too, but not at the amount of gold I was gonna probably hopefully want to buy a trinket if one existed. But I guess you could argue with a Life Mother's Pyre. I could go right, and there's still no technical brick because the trinkets would allow me to pay money to dupe, if anything. But yeah, we'll do that. Now the only question is, do I settle for 20 health or even 5 conduit on this Guard of the Unnamed? Because if I do 5 conduit, it's 10. That's enticing, because then I have to re-roll, and then I may not even be able to afford what comes out, and I would only be looking for Titanite. I'm liking the conduit here. 25 is not too bad to start with, especially when I have dualism, so I don't need to add any additional starting health. I would prefer a Titanite here over a conduit, but I don't know. Conduit 10 I think is pretty good here. So we'll just do that. And if I want, I might hit that steel, but probably not. I think we go over here. This steel would be good though because it has Vortex, and it's just not a Merchant of Arms. And yeah, so one steel I hit. It's like I'm just like, should I just put the health on the Silliphite, or is that wasted gold even if it's cheap? Because I think especially now that we have the Guard of the Unnamed, we just don't care about the Silliphite. I mean, I guess it's Dominion, so we still want the... You know what? Yeah, we're hitting a steel later anyway. Almost certainly, so let's just hold out for like a large stone, I think. Because if I don't get the large stone, I'll just put the health on then at that point. So we do have the option here to flex over to the armor path. I'm open to it because we are against Dominion. I could daze him. I could lean more into Stardust, or Starstruck, I mean. And then I don't care about Hierophant. So the additional points in Mageblade Arduhn are like, they're just kind of whatever. I think we could actually flex Incant here. That seems good. Then I don't have to pick up additional defense. Do I remove a card here? I think so. It's a bit annoying. It's dire defenses, they're tough. At least it's the easy boss. Yeah, our siren will destroy this guy. I don't think the pirate amper changes much. I just need to find the celestial storm. And at that point I win. We'll have... It's still nice to have Sylphite here. Do I go like this to get slays? The dire defenses do eventually double tank it, right? I'm pretty sure they do. Alright, this is a great draw. This is such an easy way to get rid of that calcified ember. Yeah, this incant path definitely was the right call. Okay, we'll do this. Alright, they're dying. I don't want it to die. There's just no way I can accomplish that, huh? Well, I mean, if I can't kill it, I might as well kill it. I suppose... Yeah, there was just no way. Maybe if I moon off the floor, because it... Oh, wait. No, I'm good because of Titan skin. Perfect. So... Okay, I'm gonna make sure that this... Okay, we don't want to do that. Then I definitely wouldn't be good. Let's just do this. That's fine. Got the slay. All is well. So should be up to 9 now? Yeah. Okay, I guess there is no double tanks. Okay, this is killing as long as... I can do this... It's too strong. Yeah, we just won't play anything, I guess. I mean, this is easy slays for me. I really need to make sure I get all of them as like a priority. I'll just keep stacking this and playing this off floor. I guess I could just not play that thing, but I feel like I may need it. Nah, I don't need it for the boss. What am I saying? I got 100 damage, 200 damage backliners, and like all of this gold. Yeah, this should be fine. I'm not even gonna play this because I just want to find moon rituals more often in dualities because I can actually play them on myself. 110 is fine. $120 is still fine. So, yeah. Alright, they're dying, so I just won't change anything because I at least get the guaranteed first slay here, and I might get another one. That's really good slaying here. Always feels good to get those slays off. Ah, almost. 6 health. Okay, Eclipse Chamber, no good here, unfortunately. But Lunacy, maybe? I don't know. Has a Calcified Ember as well. They're not super easy for me to play out. I have to draw them before the Celestial Storm in most cases in order to comfortably play it. I haven't really needed the Celestial Storm, though, other than the Archean fights. Like, this fight, I definitely didn't need it. And I'm trying to think what Lunacy really does for me, though. Like, I don't really have anything that cares about it. It's like, It does give some conduit, but I have to pay for it. It's like literally worse than Moon Ritual in that scenario. Kind of. I don't know. In a way it is. Whereas I could take the Gleaming Edge out. This card really needs to cost 0, I feel. Then I'd probably take it here. But at 1, I'm like, I'm not going to pay 1 to get that. I mean, it is 4 conduit, but just skip. Okay. Ice Empire would be... It'd be good. It's less good than Duality, I think. But maybe not. It's like... I got good conduit, but my conduit's not, like, insane. I'll probably continue to get slays. If I don't get any, like, multi-strike, though, with Arduhn, with, like, a Void Armament, I mean, I gotta tell you, I'm now wondering, like, maybe we do want to hit a Merchant of Arms. The later arms feel less bad to me for some reason. I just feel like at that point, I feel like a lot of the Merchant Arms don't... Some of them will give you direction, others require direction, and maybe that's why the later ones can feel better, where it's like, if I already have direction, then sometimes that direction is just already there in a Merchant of Arms that wouldn't have otherwise been there without the direction, without the game plan already formed, you know? I don't know. I guess I take an Ice Empire. I just won't be using it now, though, is the weird thing, but yeah, so I don't know which way to go here. Probably left. It's another, like, not super enticing, I mean, I still think the dualism's, or the duality is better than the Ice Empire. I know the Ice Empire starts with more damage, but I think we'll be getting good amounts of conduit, and at that point, duality is just better. I can target where it hits. I can heal my own guys. It's just better. So I think I would still Hellvent a duality, but it's not a great Hellvent. I'm only mainly looking for Void Armaments for Arduhn, and it's a rare, so it's not even that likely to be found. Nothing else is really all that good. Planetarium would be alright. But we got an armory anyway. It's like, I'm already finding 3 choices. That's like half the choices Merchant Arms gives me anyway, and I get it for free. And then I can have a lot of money to hit a Merchant Trinkets and free trinkets with. I think it's pretty clear we go to the right. Yeah. Alright. Razor Thin Crescent, almost certainly getting purchased. We have no need for Lunar Lantern. Lightstone Casing probably gets purchased. Then I can just make this Celestial Storm a 1 cost. That's so much better. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Then we'll finally be able to hit a magic here. I guess we're giving up some Empyrean Wells, but that's okay. This deck has a Holdover card. Holdover makes it less needed to, like, dupe stuff, in my opinion. It's all good. I could dupe a card if I want, but I don't think so. This is really nice. I mean, it might not be that relevant, but I just like it. I think we'll hold the 100 gold here. I should have checked these first. Ooh, Boiler Room. Enchanted Chamber. Technically, it does add to Mage Blade. I didn't realize that until somewhat recently. I just always thought it only cared about Conduit, but if you have spell damage in the room, it counts toward the Mage Blade. But Boiler Room's just the shit. Yeah, we'll obviously take that. Boiler Room's so good. When a card is discarded before the end of your turn, gain 1. I don't have any discard, right? Did I just pick up a discard? No. There was a drain offered, but this doesn't even do anything either. Do I just skip these for 25 gold? I feel like I could speculatively take Kinstone Totem just in case another... You know, we saw Crypt Builder go by. It's a rare... So, is it a rare? Crypt Builder's a rare, right? I'm too lazy to even look it up. I'm pretty sure it's a rare. And so there's only like a 20% chance to see one from here on out. Is it still worth more than 25 gold to speculate on that? Because it's really good with Crit Builder. You can get infinites, you can do anything, but even without an infinite, you're just redrawing your whole hand and getting an entire thing of energy. That's probably worth 25 gold worth of speculation. And if for whatever reason I may want to drain, which I don't know, maybe I do. I can't see why this deck would want one right now, though. I think we'll still speculate on it. So yeah, that's good enough. This is good for us. This is just extra slays. I think we can set up top against this guy too. We got so much defense. Yeah, we're gonna feast. Alright, let's see how much we gain here. We're at 14. Make your bets on what I can get. What do you think I can get in this fight? Man, there's a crazy world where I don't even play the Siren. It could make the fact that all of these enemies are reanimating tough. But I would get so many more slays. Because I'm pretty sure at the amount of armor I'm going to get, there's no way I'm dying in Relentless. And then once I get the holdover card, the Celestial Storm, it's like, well, I can clear the most of floor, and then the follow-up hits just get the slays. Oh, that's tough. It feels like I could be throwing. I feel like I'm gonna do it. Is this the greediest, stupidest play ever? We'll find out. Alright, get that. We'll just play these out. And I wouldn't even mind sapping the guard fully. That way he doesn't steal kills on the reanimated dudes. So this guy's actually a help to me. In a lot of cases. Yeah, we'll just go. Just do this, I think. Could do that. Like, do I care that much about getting all of my incants up there when none of it's offensive? Probably not. I'm getting plenty on the defensive front. Okay, if I do that, it dies. This is kind of tricky. I think we gotta do this. Oh, shit. Yeah, because if I had meant to hit that guy, but then I'm like, oh wait, but then I would... Damn it, I was supposed to hit this guy, because he would have died. Damn it. Well, I got full pyre health, it's not the end of the world, it's just so stupid that I did that. I cost myself a slay, cost myself 10 pyre health, it's just stupid. But we'll recover here. So like here... this is tough. I really wish I would have sapped my... I messed up in more ways than one. Like, am I gonna pay... You know, the nice thing is we are fighting that boss. I probably don't need to be that greedy with getting slays on these enemies. So, like... Yeah, we can probably just do this. Alright, I think I can sap this guy. I want him really sapped because I want the boss to not get any kills on this guy, so... Hey, you know what? We could even do that. I'm open to that. Alright, hopefully I haven't overestimated myself here. Yeah, let's do this. This will work out fine. We can get more saps here too, which will be nice. Let's play these first. Alright, this is perfect. So we came in with 14. We'll see what we come out with. Made a very boneheaded play in the first floor, as the first floor met my floor, my main floor, and you know, it cost us 10, it cost us a sleigh, but doesn't matter. We got a 31 conduit unit, 31 versus 32, not the end of the world. 106 versus 117 pyre health, not the end of the world. I'm still above what a normal pyre would be at because I have the divine shard. Really nothing to be negative about. Well, obviously not Mooncaller. Got nothing for that. Exhalation. It's a weird card because you're always just using it on your own units, I feel. But like, it could be a deck where using it on an enemy might make sense. But yeah, I got nothing to really care about overstacking unless I want another Siren. I just don't think I need one. The Siren is just there to... a Siren might not even be needed, honestly, but it's there if I need it. Honestly, just the Arduhn might be better in a lot of these fights, just so I can get more sleighs. But yeah, we're up to 31 conduit. That's so nice. Okay, we're probably just in a good spot no matter what. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take any of these. Stealth would be the one. Since I can't overstack, I don't have any reasons to overstack my own stuff, so that Ascend card is significantly less good if I'm only using it on enemies. Kind of the opposite of Tiresome Climb in that sense. It's like that. I rarely ever use it for the spell weakness. But where Tiresome Climb, I'm mainly using it for the dazed. The Ascend is like less. What do we think? I'm just trying to think why I would need a Cover of Night. It puts me to a moon phase I don't even really want to be at. The scaling is nothing. There's no enemy sweepers. There's enemy AoE, but it's... I guess it's on strike that he does it, right? The AoE portion. So I guess it could technically help there, but I don't know. If I still have these Starstrucks, like I can just daze them. It's fine. I don't need these. Ooh. And then you got the just broken card, Unnamed Tome. Ice Storm ain't bad either with what I got. And you got Horfrest Effigy, which is a contender for worst card in the game. Yeah, we're taking Unnamed Tome. Okay, I'm definitely going to the right here. First things first, you're going to 1. Double stack, man, I do not mind it on Unnamed Tome. It's also overkill, maybe. I mean, why would I need to mute something 10 times? I only really need 3, but it's generous and it gives me 5. So if I have all this money, like maybe just that is better. I think it is. I wouldn't mind Surge Stoning one of these. Crystallis I just want to remove, I think. holdover on a duality, just as a follow-up, or hold over one of them. That might make it easier to get slays and also solve, kind of just solve Seraph. Why not? Now with 2 cards on holdover, we definitely want to draw upgrade for the final upgrade, and I will say our ability to, maybe I should have speculated on the that moon phase unit, or even taken the X-Cost card, because I can foresee maybe I actually start to run into issues with going to full moon. I was like, do I even reroll here? I kind of found everything I need. Could Holy Stone, I guess. 10 on these is really strong in my opinion. Let's do that. Let's do this. It's not bad. And then the other one we could just Holy Stone. Then I don't really need to remove it. It just gives me an option to be even more greedy on turns. If we're not hitting any Pyro Remains, this is probably worth 105 gold to do that. And I don't know that I'm hitting that steel. This is just not that good of a node, though. It's like gold, armory, merchant arms. We're just looking for void armament at that point. But I would, you know, there's Moonlit Glaive. There's some high rolls. If I go to the Merchant of Steel, though, it's like the Pyro Remains is irrelevant, and then the Merchant of Steel is... We don't want to underestimate Kale either. I'm still probably going to set up top. May not need to, though. Maybe set up middle makes more sense. If I go to the Merchant Arms, I can at least get the Boiler Room deployable. Seems okay. And then, yeah, I'm just looking for Large Stone at the Merchant of Steel. Well, I don't know which way I'm going. I think it's probably still worth... I could also permafrost this Starstruck. I think I'd rather zero cost it, though, since we do have Merchant Magic still at the end. Yeah, I think just having a 2-cost thing I can greed out extra health in is fine. Is there anything I could permafrost? I could permafrost the other one. It'd be weird, but I could do a Moon Ritual, because then... You know, the messed up thing is, like, I still don't have, like, a good dupe target. So, like, I'm not even inclined to, like, spend my money on dupes right now. You know, like, is permafrost even worth it, though? I could put it on the Crystallis, and it just makes it so I can get the health more often. These seem like ridiculous things to spend gold on, though. Like, let's just not buy it. It's bad. Should have checked this before I did all that, by the way. I completely forgot there was a caverns here. Luckily, we were never punished. Ooh, there's a lot of good stuff here. Not that one. And not that one. I mean, this is just a good one, right? 5 Titan Skin's alright. It's better if you already have Titanite. But especially under Corruption of Seraph, I don't care. Do I do this? It does make it deployable, which is shitty. I don't know, it's not the end of the world. Revenge, permanently gain Rage 1. I mean, I have Dualism. It just seems like it'd be pretty good on Guarded Endgame, but I'm also like, do I want to do that? I might just do that. But that's also just like not needed. Yeah, it's too fun of a card. It will limit the scaling in some cases of Arduhn, but do we care? We don't care at this point. We've already gotten 31 conduit's fine. I've gotten a lot higher before, but that's when I have like either trample or multi-strike of some form. Yeah, I think we're ready for Kale. It's fine. We got so many answers. Of course, we have to play less stewards out and stuff, but that's fine. Alright, what do we think? Do we need you? You're mainly... It'll only be 1 damage shield in most cases. So, like, this might be weird still. Could go like that. That actually makes more sense. Let's do that. That's fine. That covers our ass. I actually can still play everything out. Why did I think I couldn't? Oh, because I'm factoring that I have a boiler room in the future, right? Speaking of boiler room... Alright, these won't die by default, but once we get that AoE holdover, it'll be all good. I was afraid that I would get that one first. I might as well do this down here while we can. It's a good floor to do it on. I don't need to do anything else here. As long as you're getting a kill. You're getting a kill, right? 23, yeah, you're getting a kill. So why don't we... Oh no, I phased the moon. You know what? It's fine. We don't care. I mean, I care. This sucks. I wanted to daze like both of those things, but... Now we're going to lose Silliphite, so we're not going to be getting our spell weakness. It is what it is, I guess. I could still keep this on holdover, I think. Should have incanted more that last turn too. Okay, I'm on full moon. Let's not fuck this up. Let's do this first. We could do that, and I'm still getting a slay. And I still get my health. I can leave a little ember for next turn. Put you in the back. I can tag you too. Alright, we got our thing now. It's fine. Do that. I'm getting less revenges. I don't really care about min-maxing the revenges on guard. It's just there for funsies. Yeah, you're never going to attack, are you? I mean, we're honestly so fine at this point that we don't even actually have to do anything more. We're just winning the game. Like, I really actually just don't need anything. Full moon, so I'm just making sure that I don't accidentally kill this guy. Yeah, let's go hard on this hit. What is our slays up to? We slayed every floor there, I think. Do that first. Actually shouldn't be incanting too much here, because now I want to get the slays. Alright, we got that. Health is up. Could have actually dazed my own unit there. Probably would have been the call. Okay, it's a little late for Cycle Staff. Ritual Tome is just irrelevant, and Siren Song's a really good card, but it's coming with a calcified ember, and I just don't need it. You know, when I've got this holdover double stack Starstruck, obviously the Siren Song's still technically better than that, but again, I'm only needing the days for Dominion. I don't need it for anything else. So just keep going here. Now I could see reasons to take Ember, but probably draw. Especially if I'm going to deployable. The thing is, I don't know if I'm hitting this Merchant of Arms still. I have to make that decision pretty soon here. So if we go left, a little bit of health, it's okay, probably irrelevant. Merchant of Steel, Large Stone, Large Stone is not even that good on Silliphite. And Dualism wouldn't either, because the Silliphite's just not going to live from this point out in the game. The Large Stone would give it a few turns of use, but I think we got enough Conduit that we don't need Spell Weakness. We have an attuned card that kind of we have several attuned cards. And we're, I think, going to eventually end up with more. Now if I go to the Merchant of Arms, I can get that Boiler Room out. Maybe hit up some additional equipment. It just seems like this is better. This side has more of a chance to, or it has a chance to fully brick, whereas if I go left, I'm always guaranteed the Vortex at least. But if I go right, I could brick on everything other than the money, I guess. We're going right, though. Okay, bad start. No, those are fucking way useless. Hall of Mirrors. If I had two Merchant Arms that I would hit, which I guess maybe I could. No, there's no arms at the final one. I was gonna say I could do. I would want like Boiler Room and Hall of Mirrors deployable, because then I could just start Hall of Mirrors and then like switch to the other room. Even then, it doesn't really work with the pips that I have though. So that's the only thing I really even consider, and it doesn't even look that good. And it's just too late for these to be that relevant. I mean, I guess I could Swift Steel Dagger Arduhn just to make him quick. It would get him more slays. It's probably worth adding to the deck just for that, even though there's not many rings in my future, but sure, why not? We'll re-roll here. Maybe we can find something. Not really. Yeah, this is absolutely useless. Hey, even in late game, it seems like the Merchant of Arms are useless, because not only are we in like ring 7 here, so we should have the most game plans available, but like on top of that, there was an armory too, like, and it was all just absolute crap. We had to really reach inside ourselves to even bring ourselves to take this Swift Steel Dagger. And I don't even think I would deploy it, because I just don't have the Ember for it. So yeah, whatever. I'll just put it down whenever it gets down. Now here I'm definitely going to go here, even though technically it's probably more valuable just to get continually more armor, but we don't need that. Just get the slight increase on Mage Blade damage. Makes it easier to slay, if anything. I'll tell you what, I will deploy it. Oh wait, I forgot that I hadn't even done the Boiler Room yet. Yeah, never mind. The Boiler Room definitely gets deployed. Are you kidding me? Evan Seal should be fine. Helps us, if anything. I just need to make sure I don't kill the backlighters, unfortunately. That is one unfortunate thing. Should I set up mid then? I should probably set up mid. Go like this. That. Yeah, 13 isn't enough. I can kill this with that, though. We definitely will just do that. Put this up here. Doesn't kill, but I can just daze it. Let's daze it. I want to keep that. I want to play this. If I do that, I still get a slay. So let's do that. That wouldn't be good. We can just do this here. Yeah. Full moon. They're dying. Am I getting the slay though? It looks like I am, so that's good. Alright. We can do this for... We don't want to daze it. We want it to hit me. Let's do this for extra incants. Actually, this is fine too, huh? We'll just play this one off the floor. Perfect. Damn it, they all die. Just do that. Then I still get my slays. Still keep this on holdover. That's too much. We could do this in non-new moon form, and that's probably fine. And everything dies. Hit that. Guess this is fine, right? I guess less Ember next turn. I don't know. I just wanted the incant. Hey, 69 damage. Nice. Oh, you. So nice of you to show up. Man, this one's going to be a little more tricky because I think I actually don't want to. This will be fine. This will be fine. And then we can take one of them out like that. I can hopefully... So I could save this for the boss. It's really not necessary with the amount of stats we got. Let's do that. I can do... Alright, they're dead. Can do that anyway. And we'll do that. Alright, and just let that happen, I suppose. Alright, got a decent amount of slays again, up to 46. So we're about already at the target I usually want with Slay Arduhn, which is like 50. And we did it without any multi-strike and without any trample, so it shows it's very attainable, even without like nut draws and stuff. Well, I have to imagine we take this Moonlit Glaive. We've been on the lookout for one of them. Another unnamed tome? Yes, please. Alright, definitely we obviously go left. Yeah, no reason to go right at all. Cuddlebeard, completely useless here. Fully healed champions, probably useless. Definitely useless. Apply Frozen, I think that would be a detriment in this deck. I don't see how that would be positive. But we're going to have a lot of money to either dupe or, you know, do other stuff with sketches. Sketches just as a removal tool is probably fine. I mean, then I don't have to remove any of these stewards. All three are already getting played out then. So, easy 130 there. Kingdom's Tears, I technically have healing from Duality, but I have armor. I don't have, you know, I'm not actually using the heal, really. So that's not worth the money either, and Breath of Heaven is a wonderful meme. A wonderful joke. 695, nice. Spell Chain on... I think that Duality, and just... I think we want a zero cost to Starstruck. So the Spell Chain, I don't know. It's always best on something that costs zero, especially when I think it's fine though. I wish there was an artifact that let you re-roll the shop like a third time. Or a second time, I guess. 10, put 10 there. Is Permafrost even worth? I don't think so. Oddly enough, I'm almost like, it might be worth it on a moon ritual. Because it is... There have been some turns I can't end in full moon, and I might need it. I think I might just be fine with doing that. Double stack on any of these. I could do the Starstruck. Let's see. These are all just whatevers. Let's see what our gold ends up with at eventually here. So, health. Do I really want this Chrysalis still? I don't know. Well, we know we don't want these Frozen Lances. Let's get rid of them. I have a Surge Stone still that I could also do. The Hell Vent goes on this Duality. I think so. Or do I wish I would have found Intrinsic. That would have made this better. But I also, you know, I'm not going to not take the -1 when it's offered. I would just Intrinsic the other Starstruck, because it's like I really want to make sure that I'm dazing you-know-who, but it's probably not even that needed. I get so much armor to my whole floor. I can survive a few turns of no dazing. So, probably just get the Duality. And I don't think I'm going to actually spend money to dupe anything else, because I just don't actually have good dupes. The deck is very weird like that. So, once again, it's like, well, I never ended up using my Mother Pyre. I don't know. I think we're likely going to... I mean, I guess I could, like, dupe a double-stacked Starstruck is probably fine, right? But let's just remove... let's see, what can I Surge Stone? This? Probably fine. And then, let's get rid of these. Get rid of that. Nothing that high value to remove at this point other than maybe the Heliocal Crystallis, but I'm not really seeing why I need it. Let's just remove it. And then I got this money left. I could Holy Stone another thing. I mean, maybe this, since it's spell chain. It's either that or I dupe some cards and or double stack. Double stack that. Yeah, just double stack it. Okay. I mean, we were winning without doing any of that, I think. Pretty sure anyway, but, you know, might as well make ourselves as foolproof as possible. You can never overestimate yourself. I guess we go mid into this fight too, huh? That does make sense. I still want my slays. I'm going for that. Okay. We're starting with full moon, but we got this right from the start, which is really nice. I know I want to do that. I know I don't want to take that damage. I know I want to do that. We might as well just hold this, I think. Right? Let's take that out. I guess I'm not getting a slay here. I mean, if I'm not getting a slay, it just doesn't matter because this guy's going to be dazed for the full fight. We've already won, so just try to make sure I'm getting slays. I can daze my, I could certainly just daze my dude here right now. He lives, and I can reheal him later. Then I get a, oh wait, I'm quick, right, so I'm just fine. Let's do that. Can't do that. I don't know that I keep this at the moment, because this wave is really weak. I suppose I'll keep it. You never know. Tanks eventually come. I don't want to like get stuck like not bottom decking it or something. Okay, one of them has to reanimate, so we can definitely just play this. I can mute. Might as well just mute this, because I do want to do that. That's fine. Alright, we might as well put that on that, I think. Yeah, I'd say that technically makes sense. They're all dying already, so just hit you again, hit you there and there. We'll do that and that. Oops, forgot to get the Scourge Shuffler. Don't mind doing that. I guess we could take that out. Can you imagine if they wanted to like add some additional Covenant levels? You could probably do something like I mean, we would hate the boss, but to a certain degree, you kind of have to hate him if it's going to be properly difficult. That's always the conundrum with these type of games, right? But I'm just thinking, like, you could do something with Purify probably for like additional Covenant levels, just sort of across the board. I wouldn't say like Purify every turn or something like that, but I'm thinking like, you know, you could do something like if the enemy doesn't have anybody on the floor, Purify the boss or something, then it would, you know, further encourage you to, because the thing is, like, keeping all 3 floors alive is, like, to me, a very fun puzzle to solve, but I don't know if it's just the combos I'm playing lately or not, but I feel like I've done it less and less lately, and I miss it. And I feel like anything to encourage that and almost force it is good overall for the game. The best states I've seen the game in are when I'm having to do a lot of 3-floor setups and you know, 3 floors that I actually want to keep all 3 alive. The old Titan fight was much more like that. It was much more brutal, and I think it was more fun as a result. It was just very miserable sometimes, though. Like, very miserable. And guess we'll just kill that guy. Keep you dazed. I could hit the back tank a little bit here. I guess it doesn't matter, it's just going to die to the AoE anyway. Alright, they're all dying. Might as well let this guy get hit as much as he can, and this guy potentially get as many slays as he can. Alright, Titans. I really like Arduhn. I don't know. I think he's just a real fun unit. Like, his permascaling feels so nicely balanced, I feel. It's like, it can pop off, but a lot of times it doesn't. But even when it doesn't, it's like, if you greed for it, and I haven't even been perfect with it, right? But I've focused on it, and, you know, you end up with a good amount of conduit, and it's pretty good for the run, right? And, I don't know, just a fun unit. Do we set up top against this guy? I feel like I don't, because that second floor is shufflers. Yeah, let's just go mid. Gotta commit to the thing anyway here. Alright, we're fine with that, I suppose. Might as well mute this. We don't want to mute the top guy. Now at least Savagery can't do his stuff. Hit that. Maybe I should be hitting this. It's probably irrelevant for the most part. We'll just have to live with the fact that this is probably going to be a fight that may just be waiting for the Dominion guy to die. So I could put this here. I think that's fine. I want to play that for sure. Would be nice to daze this guy, but whatever. I think I'd rather keep this thing going. I can use this here. Yeah, just do that. I don't need to play the Blight. And we don't care about getting the slaves, we should just kill this thing, right? Here, we can do this. I'm just never gonna... That thing's gonna die. I guess I should shoot these up here, huh? Unless I think I need the survivability of the incants, which maybe I do. I mean, I'm gonna daze this guy eventually, though, so... it's probably fine. Who are we dazing? You? I think so. Guess we don't really need that here necessarily, but it also doesn't do much damage up there, so... Let's do that so I can still incant. Don't need to daze that. We'll just keep you dazed. Do this. This damage does 60 or 120 damage does add up, so it's helping. Oh, we can do this up here. Boom. There. All right, Celestial. Wait. Oh wait. What is the name of that? Hold on. I just realized I was like... It's Glittering Draft. I called it Glittering Drought in my defense. That's how it fucking is spelled, okay? I can't get too mad at me, but for what it's worth, I want to say the right pronunciation, whatever. Glittering Draft did pretty well that run. I mean, oops. How does AUG? What is it? Where is the damn card? Wait. Why did I think this was called Glittering Draft? I am so out of my mind right now. What I need to go to the logbook really quick. I'm like, I can search for a name, right? Oh, right. And that would make more sense, because a draft, it's like, I assume, like drinking, right? Draft. But, like, I feel like they even spell it D-R-A-F-T in the States, so, like, I'm further fucked by it. But, you know, I'll say it right from here on out. But I don't know how the hell an A-U and a G-H and a T is a aft. But, hey, I play ball. Anyway, we got to review the... Oh, man, am I going to be able to see what I did? Utah. This one. Yeah, okay. So... Okay, I like the Founding Seal. I like the Divine Shard. Starting incant's fine. It would have obviously been really good here. So no complaints. And okay, so it looks like I'm guessing, so it's dead on Arcane. Yeah, it must have went to the Ring 3 Merchant Arms, obviously. Planetarium, Codcalia, Siliphyte. Okay, well, I definitely wouldn't take... I would say I definitely would not take this Codcalia over a Nameless Siren, especially with the extra incants, right? So that's one big thing I would say. I don't really see how this Cold Kalia is outpacing us, especially when you already start with a Siliphyte, right? So you're already starting with a Siliphyte. You already have a sweeper. Cold Kalia doesn't really do anything more than Siliphyte. It even has less health for what it's worth, but so that's a big one I would say. I don't mind this meddler. That's fine. It's fine. I think you're taking it speculatively though, right? But that's probably still fine. And gravity, yeah. So I don't know about the gravity here. I tend to rank gravity much higher than whatever the name of the card we just had carry our on. Celestial Storm. Celestial Storm. Yeah, Celestial Storm I think I would take over gravity here, because you just especially without the incant sirens, I just don't think you have much benefit from overstacking a floor. So if you're only taking it for what it can do to the enemy, for sure, especially since I assume you already had a Mollusk Mage at that point, maybe. I think for sure go Celestial Storm over gravity. And that might just be a big part of this. It's like, we low rolled on this run without finding any proper tanks, right? But, I guess you could have used the gravity here and there to move Archeon off your floor, but you would have just been a lot better off doing like 100 or 200 damage with the attuned spell to Archeon, right? In most cases. But also you just... your damage was probably so much slower than my sirens were with a Cold Kalia, right? So you're just needing more hits. And it looks like this dies to Relentless, so... And that kind of makes sense. It's like you can definitely stall out Relentless by stacking a ton of armor, but if it's just these things, like the Cold Kalia I assume is with the Arduhn, maybe, but if it's just that, it can be iffy. It just might not be enough damage. So yeah, I think the biggest one here is probably just not taking the Siren, though, honestly. I think that would have helped a lot. But also I think probably you want that Celestial Storm. And it also just, even though I didn't end up using any dupes with my money, it's like, I think the Celestial Storm is a much more dupable card, especially when you kind of factor in that you're going to hit hopefully some magics. But I guess that also comes down to playstyle, because I've tended to not go to the Ring 3 Merchant of... I would say this too. Usually I try to give a little grace with like going to Merchant of Arms Ring 3 or not, because I just have a personal bias against it. But I think it was wrong in this case to go to the Ring 3, because just looking at your units, right, it's like, well, you know what, I take that back. I think because you went the incant version of Arduhn, you're probably fine to go to the Merchant of Arms. I still don't know that I love it, though, because there was a Stygian banner on the other side, and you do have the Founding Seal. And it would just, even though you have this variant of Arduhn, I think you just would rather try to at least find the Siren of the Sea would be really good. And you have upgrade slots, you can get some upgrades for your spells too, since it was a Merchant of Magic. So I do think Ring 3 probably don't go to the Arms. So that's the big 3 that I would differ from on the strategies. Like, get the Siren, biggest one. Second biggest one, get the Celestial Sails. Third biggest one is probably just don't hit that Merchant of Arms. But yeah, that's about all I can think of. I could maybe even say, since he went to the Arms, I probably maybe even would have considered taking the unit stats and then just healing back. But I guess it depends, yeah. Oh, and he took some damage in that first ring, 41, which I don't know. I don't know. Seems like you should crush that with the endgame version of this, so maybe you had the Silliphite in the same floor, so you weren't able to get that big, the big damage from, like a Helicocrystalis. That's all I can think of, maybe. Which in that case, I would say, you could save health there by just, putting the Silliphite with a steward on the bottom or something. But yeah, that's about all I can glean from that. That was a fun run, though. Thank you for submitting that. Wuta. I think that's HCN Mist, though. I guess it depends on what name the... I think HCN Mist sounds more official, so we'll go with HCN Mist. Thank you for that run, HCN Mist. I should go to bed now. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.